To bring in our media panel for this, managing editor of Newsbusters, Curtis Houck, and president of the American Principles Project, Terry Schilling. Welcome to both of you. Curtis, go to you first on this. We just heard from the pundits, we'll call them that, at CNN. But, take a look at this headline from NBC. It says, parents uses right-wing slur during Biden call with NORAD Santa tracker. Right-wing slur? Really? Is this getting out of hand?
Yeah, I think that's definitely an understatement, Carl. I mean, I looked up some other examples. During the Trump years, you had CNN giving fawning interviews to a woman in Loudoun County who then ran for county supervisor and I believe won, who flipped off Trump's motorcade as it went by. And recently they gave an interview to, I believe, a teenager in Florida who's flipped people off for not wearing masks. And these are the same people, as you talked about in your last segment with Jared, that these are the people that cheered Robert De Niro cursing about Donald Trump during his presidency. And I'll point out that there was a Shakespeare-like play in New York Central Park in 2017 that depicted the murder of Donald Trump. CNN's Fareed Zakaria gave it a green light, and The Guardian called it a lighter touch on Trump criticism. So this idea that it's vulgar, it's all about insurrection, it shows that they're flailing. Anytime there's something, it involves something January 6th, you know that the right has the left where they want them. And I think Jared hit the nail on the head. They're flailing because they don't really have any faith in any higher power to be grounded in.
Yep. When they start to freak out like this, you know that they're actually you're hovering right above the target that they can't take, so they must defer, and they usually go to the identity politics on that one. Terry, the whole nation though, they're freaking out over this Omicron variant. Okay, it's like this does no harm. Okay, it's a cold. Symptoms include runny nose, maybe a light fever, little rundown. This used to be a cold, and I tell you, folks, all over the place are freaking out. They're going home. They're staying out of the workforce. They're getting 15 rapid tests and stuff like this. What happened to the days where it was like, look, if you're sick, stay home for a couple days till you feel better. Don't shut down the economy, but just stay home. If you're not sick, go to work. I mean, am I crazy here?
No, you're not crazy, Carl. This is absolute insanity, and it needs to stop now. And it's not going to stop until we stand up and say that it stops. Listen, there's a funny thing here that we're all missing, which is that the common cold is actually a coronavirus. I know that the scientific community tends to forget that when they have so much power that's been given to them. But yeah, no, the common cold is a coronavirus. So all these new variants that are coming out could also just be coronaviruses that are just a common cold. I mean, look, people aren't dying. People are very smart. Our founders set up a country where it was based on self-government. The people get to determine who the president of the United States is. So I think we should get to determine whether or not we take risks on whether or not we get a cold or even something deadlier. We should trust people. They are smart, and they know how to best take care of themselves and their families.
Yeah, I actually someone, tweeted out the other day, some random account, and they said, oh, I have all these symptoms, I'm terrified, blah, blah, blah. I retweeted them. I said, relax, you have a cold. Go home, get 8 hours of sleep and some hot soup, and you'll be fine. But listen to this media freak out, Curtis. Listen to this.
Tonight, the rapidly spreading Omicron variant leading to new cancellations and closures with Christmas just days away.
Omicron is coming. It is soon to be the dominant variant here.
Winter warning. The fight against COVID taking a turn for the worse. And case numbers reaching record highs as the fast-spreading Omicron variant takes hold.
Curtis, I had COVID a year ago, and since then I have taken zero big fat donut precautions on anything. Look, if you're afraid of this thing, by all means, cover yourself in all the masks in the world, get vaccinated to the hilt, whatever you want to do. I mean, it's fine with me. I'll support you in your decision. But is it really worth the absolute savage freakout that the media is portraying right now?
Oh, of course not, Carl. It's really interesting to see the media freak out because it's so telling that they know that the Biden presidency is flailing. They really don't have anything to grasp onto in the same way that they were able to glob on with Barack Obama. It was a real symbiotic relationship that those two had, but with Joe Biden, he's really not giving them too much to work with. All of these mandates not working, testing backed up. These vaccine mandates not working. And yet you have, and again, you have this undercurrent of ordinary Americans like Jared in the last segment talking about we need to stand up as the American people. And this is a democracy after all. That's why people are refusing these draconian restrictions here. We're not China and we're not North Korea for a reason. As Terry talks about, the founders set up this incredibly, amazing, ingenious system of government that sometimes frustrates us, but it's supposed to frustrate us sometimes. And our media do not want to understand that. That's why they've thrown in their lot with people like Nicole Hannah-Jones.
It is. So, Terry, what's interesting is Joe Biden came out and was all of a sudden was like, hey, there's not much the government can do. Listen to this shot real quick.
There is no federal solution. This gets solved at a state level.
This is a guy who said during the election, he was like, look, I'm going to shut down the virus. I'm not going to shut down the economy. Now he's saying, well, shocker. Did some scientists actually come over and whisper in his ear, be like, this is the reality?
Well, I think the reality that Joe Biden and the rest of the Democratic Party is starting to see set in is that the midterms are coming up, right? Like there's going to be an election. There's going to be consequences for this draconian overreach that they forced on every American and all of our families. And now they're starting to do it to our kids again. They're talking about shutting down our kids' schools. This is a travesty, and the Democrats are finally getting the memo. Hey, maybe these shutdowns aren't that popular, and they're going to suffer consequences at the polls, and it can't come soon enough. I wish the election was tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. So, Terry Schilling, we appreciate you joining us. Curtis Houck, by the way, I have your Not a Liberal sticker on the back of my diesel pickup truck from MRC. I love it. All right, thanks.